Now, maybe this is totally wrong. Interpretations of quantum mechanics go down weird rabbit holes fast, but this really does seem to be the sanest interpretation of the evidence. And we seem to get to a point where we have to acknowledge that existence does not work like we think it does. We don't know how it works fundamentally, but this is really starting to get to the point where it is beyond what a human mind can comprehend, as best I can tell. The best thing I found in literature that explains this feeling is in the book of Job in the Bible in chapter 38. And God is speaking to Job out of a storm, and Job is demanding explanations from God, and God shouts back out of the storm, well, where were you when I laid the foundations of the earth? And God goes on this long poetic speech about how he is God, and he has created the universe far more complexity than any human could ever imagine, so humans don't get to ask questions. I feel like this is what the universe is shouting at us. We ask, this doesn't make sense. Surely we don't have this creepy probabilistic cause and effect breaking impossible connection between electrons and positrons. But nonetheless, this is what we've got. And I think this is deeply humbling to us, and it tells us that we cannot go into studying the universe under the assumption that it works in a way that is comprehensible to the human mind. Reality is fundamentally far more alien than we could possibly imagine, and that is rock solid in the math. We can do the math fantastically, and yet, who knows what this really means? So this gets into the weird part of quantum. Now you've done enough to fully appreciate a result like this, and I hope this leaves you a little more humbled and a little more in awe of how the universe works now that we're at the end of quantum. I believe that's the end of class time. I can stay back a little bit longer for questions, but seeing as it's 11:50, I can let you guys go. Thank you very much for listening, and I will see you in discussion in office hours.